This is Required Watching, where we watch the essential films from a list of cinematic influencers and look at them through the lens of learning about filmmaking and how to move forward. I'm your host, Trey Epps, and a newly fostered young boy is in search of his mother and instead finds unexpected superpowers and gains a powerful enemy. This movie is directed by David F. Sandberg, written by Henry Gayden, Darren Lenke, and Bill Parker, starring Zachary Levi, Mark Strong, and Asher Angel. This is Shazam, or Shazam! Exclamation mark.
Billy Batson, I choose you as champion.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real? Say, okay! Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength!
PM, you just got
Can you fly?
If I quit your PM, I still rock Mercedes. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Beyond mode.
I wanted to go back and watch this film after being slightly disappointed with the sequel, because I really do like Zachary Levi, and I wanted to know if my understanding of this film in 2019 was as fun and exciting as I remembered it to be. And it was interesting the second time around, but I'll kind of stay in the lane of where I felt the first time around. Of course, Shazam is a 2019 superhero film directed by David F. Sandberg, who goes by Pony Smasher on YouTube. So if you are a filmmaker or are interested in the creative process, I think he has really great videos as a former animator and someone who toys around with like 3D and all that stuff to, again, go from where he began to where he is now, directing Hollywood films, is incredible. It's an incredible journey, and it really shows that you can do anything you want, folks. So work hard. So check him out on YouTube. But this film, of course, follows the story of Billy Batson, a young orphan who is granted the power to transform into a superhero with incredible abilities by uttering the word Shazam. Listen, this is, to be perfectly fair, when I saw it, I thought it was a unique addition to the superhero genre, right? Blending elements of action, humor, and heart to create a compelling, entertaining story. The film focused on family and the power of connection. And I think it's a departure from the usual superhero fare. And it provides a refreshing perspective on the genre. I mean, yeah, I do think it's different from like an Iron Man humor or like a Disney humor. It felt fun in a way that even was different or new for DC. I think it features like pretty impressive visual effects and action sequences that are both thrilling and inventive. The use of bright colors and lighthearted tone add to the film's sense of fun and playfulness, while the underlying themes of family and identity give the story a sense of depth and meaning. And I think this is what we wanted to see in the sequel that kind of didn't translate. But again, I digress. Listen, like I said, David F. Sandberg has a pretty good track record in the industry. He did direct the sequel as well, but he's known for his work in horror films and producer Peter Safran has worked on a number of successful superhero and horror projects. The film, of course, has Zachary Levi delivering a standout performance as a titular hero and Mark Strong providing a compelling and memorable villain. Overall, at least for DC, Shazam is a fun and exciting addition to the superhero genre, showcasing the talents of its filmmakers and actors while offering a fresh perspective on what it means to be a hero. Yeah, take that. I think a really good thing to point out here is that the cinematography I think the cinematography has been pretty great. The use of bright colors and dynamic camera angles add to the film's sense of fun and adventure, while also capturing the scale and excitement of the action sequences. Additionally, the film's use of slow motion and rapid fire editing helped to create a sense of energy and excitement during the fight scenes. The sound design of Shazam is also notable and memorable and has a little catchy score. And it captures this film's lighthearted tone. I mean, I can't really stress how this film being fun really drove, I think, audiences in to see the movie. I mean, it's come a long way. We love our dark, gritty, Dark Knights as much as we like, Jokers, but we also like Iron Man, which is skewing a bit more adult and sarcastic and all that. But we also love a good, fun film, and I think Shazam certainly continued to lay it out all the way through. Yeah, I think the script and the pacing are really, really good, and the story is really balanced, and the humor is there. And I think we really get the charm of Zachary Levi, who coming off of Chuck, not coming off of Chuck, because Chuck had passed a while ago, but coming off Chuck, we really got to see his charisma and charm kind of come through, which I personally really, really liked. Okay, so just again to go back and talk about where some of our people were beforehand. David S. Sandberg is a Swedish filmmaker known for his work in the horror genre. Prior to directing Shazam, he directed Lights Out and Annabelle Creation. The screenplay for this film was written by Henry Gayden, who has previously worked on family-friendly adventure film Earth to Echo, which I believe is a Disney film. Of course, Zachary Levi, and Asher Angel, his alter ego, are both Billy Batson, and they're people. Zachary Levi is obviously known for Chuck, and his voice work as Flynn Rider in the Disney animated film Tangled. Asher Angel is a young actor who previously was in the Disney Channel show Andy Mack. Mark Strong, of course, British actor, who had previously been in Kingsman and Sherlock Holmes and Zero Dark 30. Jack Dylan Grazer is a young actor who has previously appeared in the horror film It, and is well known for and as well as Me, Myself, and I TV series. Go figure. The film was originally going to be two separate movies, one focusing on Shazam and one on his nemesis, Black Adam. However, the decision, I should start by saying this is Did You Know / Fun Facts. It was going to be two different films focusing on Shazam and Black Adam, but the decision was made to focus solely on Shazam for this film, with plans to announce Black Adam in the future. The film was shot primarily in Toronto, with various locations around the city, including Philadelphia. Sorry. I've read my own script wrong. They shot primarily in Toronto, with various locations standing in for other cities like Philadelphia. Zachary Levi, who plays the adult version of Shazam, underwent an intense workout regime in order to achieve the character's muscular physique. He reportedly gained 20 pounds of muscle during the training. David S. Sandberg, who's we've talked about over and over again, has worked in horror films. Baby. The film's mid-credit scene features a surprise cameo from none other than Henry Cavill, which was set to set up a crossover for other DC films in the future. Zachary Levi was a big fan of Shazam comics as a child. When he was cast in the role, he was so excited that he cried. Let's just move on, all the way on. Oh, the film's villain, Thaddeus Sivana, was originally intended to be a more sympathetic character. However, during the course of the film's development, his backstory was changed to make him more traditional evil scientist type. The film's script went through several revisions during development, with some versions including the explicit references to other DC comic characters and storylines. However, the final version of the film focuses solely on the character of Shazam and his own mythology. In terms of scene stealers, the scene in which Billy Batson, child Billy Batson, first discovers that he has powers to turn into Shazam is a real standout moment. The film does a great job at capturing the sense of wonder and excitement that comes to exploring and discovering your superpowers for the first time. I think Zachary Levi's performance as Shazam, especially at the start, it felt really connected to the younger actor, and it was really fun to watch. I think, of course, another standout moment was, just the interactions between Shazam and Dr. Sivana. They do a really good job combining action and humor in the sequence, and with lots of creative use of fairground rides and weapons and obstacles. I think Mark Strong is one of our great actors of all time, so I think having something so serious being marked up by Shazam's playfulness is a real strong way to have fun with the genre and kind of flip it on its head and kind of surprise people. I'll never get over them having a conversation in midair, and I think with Shazam, that goes like, "Huh? Can't hear you. Huh? What was that?" And like they're like miles apart. That's really fun, and it just breaks up what we see. It allows some realness to a story that forces us to suspend our belief. If I could make this film better, I think some critics felt like the film's tone was a bit uneven, right? Like it was lighthearted with humor and dark and intense moments, and people thought it just didn't really blend very well. But what if there was just what if they just broke it up into a song? What if it was just in the middle of the whole thing, there was a bit of a song that took place? Would it be silly and stupid? Yes, but I'm not trying to give actual good ideas on how to make this better. It's just a bit of fun. What did you think of the film? Again, we just went into the deep cuts on this one, not really too deep, but wanted to talk about Shazam mainly because I watched it because of the sequel. We won't talk about the sequel unless we need to, but I thought Shazam was a really good example of how to do something slightly different in a market that is saturated with superhero films and IP and all this stuff. Overall, it's not something that you need to, it's not required watching at all, I'm afraid, but I do think it's, for all the reasons I said, I think it's something that's really interesting to watch in the monotony of it all. Where I think there's a lot of superhero fatigue happening. I hate that phrase personally, but I do think if you are in that space, in the genre space, you need to find some ways to do things a bit differently. Doesn't mean you have to throw away the rule book entirely, but I think being able to use some of those tropes to your advantage, like this film does, would go a long way. Anyways, tell me what you think. Tell me that you've been listening by liking and subscribing and doing all that fun stuff. I really appreciate you. Until next time. Oh, yeah, you know what? Tell me if you got a movie or a TV show that we should be watching, and I will do my best to watch it. And if you're interested in chatting more about the show, or about the show or film with me, and we can record it and do a podcast together, let me know, and we can definitely do that. Until next time, folks. Peace.
Okay, Spike Rule says, why does Billy look like Arya Stark?
I think the real question is, why does Arya Stark look like Billy? I think that's what you have to ask yourself, okay? Loked, L-O-A-K-E-D 421. That was cute. I dig it. Most movie trailers are good, though.
That was so bland and vague and stupid!
It's like true compliment, but then basically leveling it as being normal. It's like, it was really good, but really everything's good, so you're not that special.
Most movie trailers are good, though. Every single one I've seen is a good trailer.
Thank you, Loked.
Lost to be found. I'm okay with it, but like when he tries to fly and falls on his back and then moans in pain, that hurt Shazam.
It's a little creative license, I think, because, he's figuring out his powers and he doesn't know how to feel, really. It's a very confusing time.
It's like a puberty.
Yeah, it's super puberty. It's superty.
Super puberty!
Yeah.
Can this maybe be called super puberty?
Brady 022015. Zachary Levi has some range. Okay, he isn't just that dude from Chuck, whatever that show was.
Again with the backhanded compliment.
Like, he's a really great actor, but I've never seen him in anything else.
That stupid thing that he did once upon a time that I didn't really watch.